Mark, first and foremost, you've obviously had a few game days on now from the Woking game. Looking back on it now, how happy were you with that performance?
Yeah, very happy. It's difficult, you lose 3 games and confidence goes a little bit, and you just have to find a way of getting 3 points. And it wasn't our slickest or silkiest performance by any means, but we did what we needed to do, which was get three points.
Can you explain, from a management perspective, why sometimes it does appear to be almost more difficult to play against 10 men than it is to play against 11? Is it just the way the team set up for the day changes?
I just think there's if you're down to 10 men, you just go for it. You've got nothing to lose. You're not expected to win, so you have that added bit of energy. Usually the team end up being a bit more deeper and sit behind the ball. And try to counter-attack, so it becomes difficult. You have to concentrate, and at any moment they can spring into an attack. But I thought what we did really well on Saturday was we controlled their counter-attacks, and virtually I think Ollie made a slight mistake and got with a clearance, and they lobbed it towards goal. They had a goal early that was clearly offside. After that there was nothing, and the pleasing bit was we were really controlled and organised.
How happy were you to see Matt Worthington back out on the pitch and getting some minutes? It must have been a really frustrating period for him.
We've had a frustrating period with having key players unavailable, which has rocked us. Probably you would say that most teams get that. Hopefully ours is done now. Well, starting to, after this Saturday, we get Wannell, we get Bernard back, and obviously now we got Matt back. So the longer you get your key players, or best, or any of your squad players available, the better, because you have more scope to pick, and yeah, it's good to have as many players available as we can.
Before we move on to talking about Weymouth, in terms of availability for this weekend, are there any knocks from last weekend or any players who were touch and go for the Saturday?
No, we came through pretty well unscathed. It wasn't a high distance covering game for us. We played most of the game in their half, and we managed to save quite a lot of distance in terms of our legs.
There's a rarity that you and I are able to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, moving on towards Weymouth and discussing their history. Obviously, Yeovil have a huge history against Weymouth. I mean, if you look at the fixtures, they go back over 100 years. You've obviously had a few games against them in more recent times. Why is the Weymouth-Yeovil rivalry such a passionate one, and what have you made of it during your time here at the club?
Yeah, I think every club has got their closest rivals that they want to beat, and ours is Weymouth. It's the closest, biggest club to us, I suppose. Weymouth, Taunton, similar. And like you say, throughout history, there's been some big encounters, and that'll be no different on Saturday. We're looking forward to it. It adds a bit of spice to the game rather than that just to being a mundane occasion. We're going to have a real edge to the game. I think we're better when that is the case, and we fully respect every team we play, and we know we have to get everything right and work really hard to get a result.
Will Buse is on loan there this season but won't be playing this Saturday. They've really struggled for form. They're towards the bottom end of the table. Since beating Western, I think it was, in the last round of the FA Trophy, they've lost 3 on the bounce. Have you been able to watch them at all, and what have you made of them?
Yeah, of course, we've watched the last 5-6 games. They're different. Obviously, now without a manager, changed their manager last week. So yeah, Jason Matthews is a good lad. He's in charge. He'll have them organised, and whatever Weymouth team turn up, we know just by the occasion it's going to give them a lift. So form goes out the window, and we have to play well.
Let's discuss the FA Trophy then. During your time as a manager, as a competition, how valuable do you think it is to a club like Yeovil?
Very. I've been lucky enough to win it as a manager. Fantastic to take thousands of fans to Wembley and win it. It's a prestigious trophy. It's the FA Cup for us, and it's one that we want to try and go far in, and something that we've tried to set our sights on at the start of the season was can we have a really good trophy run.
I mean, Yeovil won it back in 2002. Talk me through your memories of your experience going to Wembley and winning it.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to win a couple of times at Wembley, lose a couple. But winning at Wembley is a fantastic. It's probably the best feeling as a player or a manager. Mine was a 120th minute winner, the last kick of the game, of extra time before it got into penalties, that we won it, and then in front of your own fans as well. It's pure drama, pure joy, and amazing days, for memories for years, for players, supporters, families. That's what we want to create.
And I haven't asked this question before with regards to the FA Trophy. Financially, I'm guessing the further you get into it, the more lucrative it becomes. Is it quite a key asset for Yeovil to progress in this?
Of course, yeah. Saturday will be a good gate, which means more revenue for both teams. And if you get to the latter stages, the semi-final, you're going to get big gates. If you get to the final and you play another big club, it's a big crowd and you get a split of that. So, yeah, we want to try and go far.
Well, good luck for Saturday.
Thank you.